Okay, we're going to learn 3 new letters today. We're going to learn S, H, and K, okay? S is pretty easy. H and K can be a little challenging. Okay, so let's start with S. Again, it's a short letter below the midline. So you're going to start at the baseline, slant up to the midline, come down to the baseline, kind of making like a sail of a boat. Pull it in, touch, trace across the baseline up to the midline. So one more time, like a sailboat sail. Baseline, midline, come down, making kind of your sail. Come in, pull together, touch, sweep back across, retracing, and then up to the midline. This is an S. It's all that easy. See? Okay. So once again, this guy is trying to dance in the air. Be careful. We don't like letters dancing in the air. Make sure they're sitting on the line. Again, make sure you have that tail. That's what connects to make words and connects letters to make those words. So if I go ahead and write the word sit, watch this, it's so easy. Slant up, come down, make my sail, pull it across, retrace. I'm at the midline, half the I is done. Retrace down to the baseline. Remember, T is not a tall letter. Pretty easy, right? Just as putting E before the S is equally as easy. You've got your E with the slant, and then I pull down, across, retrace, and at the midline. Not too bad, right? For the sake of time, I'm going to go ahead and move on to another letter because I told you guys I'm so afraid I won't get through the cursive for the end of the school year if we don't move on. Hello. Let's see, who is this? Guys, this is Chessie. Yeah? Did you tell them all? Okay. So now you have to get down. Okay, let's try an H. If you wanted to do one full line of S's and maybe practice putting an S in a word or writing words, she'll move. We're just going to ignore her. That would be awesome. Let me move on to H. H is fairly easy. You start out like you're writing an L. My kids are cracking up. Just so you know, guys. When you write an H, you start out like you're writing an L, and there's some retracing. And yes, yay, he's a tall letter. So, Chessie, you're really going to have to move. Baseline, all the way up to the headline. Loop to the left, come straight down to the baseline. So like an L, right? Retrace up to the midline, hump it over to the baseline, midline. All that easy, right? Good thing the cat moved. Okay, let's try it again. Baseline, up to the headline, loop to the left, straight down to the baseline, retrace up to the midline, hump it over, baseline, end at the midline. H is a tall letter like D. Baseline, slant up, loop to the left, down to the baseline, retrace up, hump it over, baseline, midline. Again, I am going to want you to practice at least 1 to 2 lines of the H's. Get comfortable with it. After the H, this end, the tail, is what starts to make another letter. We can write the word he. So here's my H. I've got the tail, so now I'm going to loop to the left, baseline, midline. I've written the word he. Pretty easy. You could put the S before it to write she. Again, put H in the middle of words, towards the end of a word, beginning a word. We want to get some practice in. Why don't I go ahead and put an A before H? So remember, A is short, curve it around, connect, touch the midline, baseline, I'm at the midline, go all the way up, loop down to the baseline, retrace up, make that hump, and at the midline. Not tough stuff, right guys? The more you practice, the better you'll get at it. I'm sorry, this is kind of like in high speed, but I do think you can do this. I really do. I want to put H at the beginning of a word. We'll write the word hit. So H, my loop, I retrace up, the hump. There it is again. Retrace down to make the I, up to do the T. Dot my I, hit. Not tough, right? Okay, so if you can write an H, a K is very similar. Don't let it intimidate you. I'm gonna go ahead and start on this line if it's okay, because I want you to see the difference between the H and the K. Not tough. Okay, so K is a tall letter. Baseline all the way to the headline, loop to the left, straight down, just like we're starting an H. I'm going to retrace up. This time, I come across the midline a little bit, pull it in to make his head, retrace across the middle, baseline, midline. This is a K, okay? I will even print K here so you know. Again, very similar, just slight differences. And I call this his head and his body with his leg, just so you remember how to write it. So slant up, loop to the left, come straight down, retrace up to the midline, go forward, make the bubble for his head, retrace across the middle, baseline, midline. Again, this is a K, guys. You all know, I'm sorry, you know I can be difficult. I want 1 to 2 lines of this, okay? Again, baseline, headline, loop, retrace up, go forward to make the head, retrace across the middle, baseline, midline. If you try 1 to 2 lines just of the K, that'll help you learn. Practice makes perfect, right? Let's see. We could write the word kid, K-I-D, because this end here, the tail, goes right into the I. So here is my K. Here I am, have the I's done. Retrace down. D is a tall letter. Remember, go forward, retrace back, connect, headline, baseline, midline, dot my I. Not bad, right? I know some of us like to put on plays. So they're written in the form of skits, S-K-I-T. So I'm gonna start with my S. Look, I'm using this letter too. That's exciting. Up, make my sail, baseline, retrace across. This time when I'm at the midline, go all the way up, loop to the left, come down to the baseline, retrace up, make that head, trace across, baseline, midline, to make my I, up into my T, cross my T, dot my I. Again, the more that you practice, the better you're going to become at this. And I cannot believe it. I'm so excited. I think we've learned like 13 lowercase letters. So our next step, I'll make another video where we'll write words and phrases using letters we've learned. Until next time, I'll see you soon, okay? Practice, practice. I can't wait to see. Miss you guys. Bye.